Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Setsu is apparently looking for a single enemy. And looks like Kukushka is that enemy and Comet gets a free pass for some reason. And we have a guard duty reveal, that's 2 confirmed humans. Well, that's interesting. Rakio's accusation boils down to Stella being too pathetic to be human, and Otome agrees with that sentiment. Also, my target for protection is Otome for this round. Now, as long as Otome doesn't get voted out here, it doesn't matter really who does. And as if humans weren't pathetic, I guess Stella is too pathetic to be a human. Of course, given that I'm the guardian angel, I'll take that ability and use it to protect Otome. So as long as I'm alive, Otome should never be eliminated during the night. Okay, so the 3 engineer reports do not overlap, and none of them concern Otome, so none of them concern me. I'll try as well to keep those who I believe are sympathetic to Otome alive. And this is kind of a litmus test to see who is on Otome's side and who is not. I got Kukushka and Shigemichi vouching somewhat for Otome, and Gina is against them. Of course, because Gina is guard duty, I won't bother voting for them and pick someone else, as long as it's not Otome, Kukushka, or Shigemichi in this case. Okay, Gina, why are we meeting here? Why are you even in the sick bay? You're not sick. No one else is. I don't understand. When Rakio reports, at least in this case, they are saying that they have already examined those in code sleep. What I want to know is, for that not to be the case, does that mean we'd get a live demonstration during the meeting? That would be cool. And here we are protecting Otome once again, and it looks like we were successful. So we can be fairly confident that Otome is the real doctor, which makes protecting them actually worth it. Apparently SQ believes Shigemichi is lying, and it doesn't really matter because I'll keep protecting Otome and they shouldn't be voted out. They should be pretty safe. Okay, now Otome is just saying that they use the medical equipment. That makes it sound like the medical equipment is available to whomever needs it, and Otome being the doctor doesn't really matter. Whereas in some other cases, other crew members on the ship, when they are doctored, they physically interact with the body. So I do not know if Otome here is doing that as well, but the way they said what they did makes it sound like they just played with the equipment and it told them the answer. And it looks like we are going to get Shigemichi out, and I'm considering this a win despite losing to Gnosia, because I managed to keep Otome alive. Of course, since Otome is the human doctor, that's not going to be the case for long, unfortunately. Okay, Levy, feel free to self-destruct at any time. Any moment now. Self-destruct. The Gnosia have won. They've taken over the ship. You can fulfill your end of the deal, or not. Okay, this time we will be protecting SQ, and like last time, except a bit earlier, I will be conducting somewhat of a litmus test to see who's on my side with SQ or not. And now Gina is consulting Stella about the ship's route, destination, path, and this conversation coming right after Remnan's Gnosia spiel is awfully funny. Well, this is nice. I accidentally protected Setsu during the night rather than my target SQ, and that essentially confirms that Setsu is the bug. So I know for a fact that not only is the bug out, but it was Setsu. And to no surprise, Comet, the real engineer, is the one that investigated and therefore got rid of Setsu. Nice. Now Stella is bringing up the fact that they trust SQ, so I don't even have to be the one to throw it out there first. There are still some who oppose that sentiment, but I'm feeling optimistic. And wow, the 3 doctors are all in another vote. And we know since the bug is out, then the 3 doctors are made up of the real one, the AC follower, and a Gnosia. Wow, interesting. Not only do the 3 doctors end up in a revote, they all tie in that revote once again. Of course, since my target is within that group, I do not want to go ahead and freeze everyone, so I will vote for nobody going to code sleep. Oh, it looks like Gina's had enough of the sick bay. Okay, I'll help you avoid going to sleep. Except I won't, I guess, because we are warping and it's too late. Now, it's interesting because Shigemichi says that he's now an alien, which, is that even the case? I thought Gnosia were basically humans taken over by Gnos, and not really an alien, so to speak. For this round, our target will be Kukushka. However, that won't matter because Kukushka and Remnin are guard duty, and we all know what happens when we leave Kukushka and Remnin on the ship when they're both guard duty. Still, because my target to protect was Kukushka and they did make it to the end, I will consider this a victory. And that's 3 victories in a row. Not bad.